Hey there, and welcome to another intimate moment with Maya. Today's video, I'll be talking about all of the hows and whys behind trying to build an intimate connection with a new person. And so the first thing I want to talk about is how this process can feel awkward and clunky and at times even risky. And there's no part of me that's going to try to convince you otherwise. And I mean, it makes sense. When you choose to be vulnerable with the hopes of building an intimate connection, you're sharing parts of yourself that have to do with your life story. So when you share something with someone and they perhaps have a negative reaction to that, it can feel like they're rejecting you as a person, as opposed to just having a negative reaction to a few bits of information. And I know that this can sound a bit like doom and gloomy, but I want to remind you that it can be absolutely exhilarating when someone is choosing to love you or to be around you and accept you for who you are. And that can only happen if you choose to disclose and to be your authentic self. But there are ways that you can go about doing this that can mitigate the risk involved. So let's get into that. So the first thing I want to talk about is choosing to disclose low-risk parts of your authentic self. So I can't really provide a list or give examples of low stakes things that people can share, because what might feel low stakes to you might feel high stakes to me. But what I can say is that you want to try to share parts of yourself that you can more easily reaffirm within yourself. So you don't want to share parts of yourself that you're struggling to accept, or you're just beginning to accept, or perhaps don't accept at all. Because if someone reacts negatively to that, it can be pretty devastating in your self-acceptance journey. So the next thing that I want to discuss is the dance of building an intimate connection. And the idea here is that intimacy begets intimacy. So perhaps you share a low stakes part of your authentic self. You should observe how the other person reacts to that. And you should also observe if they share something about themselves as well. And so over the course of time, hopefully what will happen is that you share something that's a little bit more high stakes, and they share something that's a little bit more high stakes. And you go back and forth like this until you build a robust, intimate connection. Now, I do want to say that the person will get it wrong sometimes. They will respond in a way that you don't like. And quite frankly, you're going to do that to the other person as well. You're both imperfect. And so it becomes up to you to decide if the way that they reacted to what you disclosed is something you can work with and work to improve, or if it's something that's so disrespectful that perhaps you need to end the process of getting to know them on a deeper level. The next thing I want to explore is learning about your intimate language and sharing that with the person that you're trying to get to know. So I'm sure that most of us are aware of the love languages test that's out there, and there's also an apologies language test that goes with it. There's other quizzes and tests out there that can help you learn more about how you understand and how you think about intimacy in your life, such as the BDSM quiz. And so that's a test that helps you understand some of the dynamics that you might like to try or you might enjoy in the bedroom. And then another quiz that I think is really helpful is a turn on triggers quiz. And that helps you understand what gets you turned on in the first place. And so you can take these quizzes with the person that you're trying to get to know. And I can almost guarantee you that you guys won't line up perfectly on all of those quizzes for all of the different areas. But that's what's exciting. You get to learn more about this person who's so different from you, and hopefully build a connection in which you both feel accepted and seen and understood. And what I want to leave you with is this oftentimes forgotten fact that building intimacy is not just about talking with a person and having sex with the person. There are a lot of different other ways that we should, in fact, go about building intimate connections, including experiencing things with another person for the first time, as well as engaging in touch that's not sexual in nature. I also encourage you to take a different approach to sex and not just think about having sex with someone new, but exploring their sexual world and letting them into your own. So I want to hear from you. Comment down below how you go about building a new connection with someone. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to share this video with someone new so that we can bring more people into our community that we're starting here. That's all I have for you today, so I will see you next week.